What's up YouTube, and welcome to your 34th tutorial on how to create an FPS game. So let's jump right in today. And today we will begin making our radar, but before we make our radar, did notice even though I made some minor changes to the AI, it's still very hard to get it to attack you, even though that's not what the player may want, and the game is way too easy because you can just murder them without even noticing it. So, what I want to do is, instead of making the same system that I put on the waypoint AI, I want to make a different system that tells it that if the player has entered the patrol area of the AI, then he will automatically look at it, and if the AI has got sight of you and you have left his patrol area, he will keep firing at you until you leave his sight completely. So that's what we're gonna do today, and we can do all this without making any variables, just a few if statements and minor changes. So let's get started. I think I already have it. No, I don't have it open. Alright, so let's open AI random first. Alright, so here there's changes to be done, not the player gun, the AI random. Alright, so external player gun, and let's look at the AI random script. So first of all, it tells it if it's outside the patrol area, then look back at your respawn. Now we might want to change that, because if you remember what I said a second ago, if he's outside his patrol radius, you will stand in place and shoot at him. So let's check here. Oops, what the hell? Put it there. Alright, so let's try that again. What if I do like that? Right, I don't know what's going on with it. Just copy paste that. So if we're not attacking, then do your regular routine. Elsewise, simply set velocity to 0, meaning stand in place. Velocity equals 0. Right, keep changes. Alright, so that's it. And also we want to increase the sight range, because this still doesn't cut it. You know, he has a limited range of sight. So you still do what we're asking him to do, but he still can only see so far as his patrol radius. So let's do sight range times 2, because he's more vigilant when he's attacking, so he can see farther. And the last change we want to do, well, first let's test it out. You know what? You got it. And alright, they're spawning regularly. Watch that. When I enter their space, they are not looking at me. Alright, this bot. Oh, there we go. We got his attention at least. Alright, so let's try that one more time. See, they're spawning. I've entered the patrol radius, and only one is looking at me. Alright, so give me a few short seconds. Alright, so I found the problem. I was kinda in a hurry, I guess, and so I forgot to do one more thing. I want to actually make him look at the player when he's entered the radius. We forgot to do that. So if we're not outside our radius and we're not attacking, then if player distance is less than patrol, just like I spelled here, patrol area. Right. Then transform dot look at player dot transform. Right, now we have to make these two variables, the player dist and the variable player. So variable player we can easily make. We know how to do it. We've done it 1,000 times. Our player equals GameObject dot find with tag player. Yeah, that was quick. Alright, and then let's just calculate the distance like we easily know how to. Let's just, you can even just copy this, replace some stuff in there, and call it. There, now we got it all working out. Now final test. Watch this. I enter and suddenly everybody's ganging up on me. And look, I'm still outside their patrol area, but still they shoot at me. See, so they won't leave the patrol area. And they shoot at me. Oh. And one more thing you want to do is you notice they never leave my sight even if I'm hiding behind an object, and that's kind of a problem. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tell them to count how much times they miss the player, and then if they miss it like, I don't know, 20 times, then just leave it be, leave them alone. So let's do that. Right, so I'm kinda free coding here. I didn't pre-code this one, so let's hope it goes well. So scripts we also need for this is AI gun, I think. We might need this. I don't know. Yeah, we do need that. We only work on that. Alright, so let's make a private variable here. Private var miss count equals 0. Right? And then to simply count if we missed, then we got this nice else here. And so if we did hit the player, then we do the damage. And else, so if you hit everything but the player, then add miss count plus plus. And then here, if miss count, and now this is where the customization comes in. You can make it like if he misses 3 times he quits, or if he misses 20 times he quits. I'm gonna make it 20 times. So if miscount is bigger than 20 times, bigger than equal to is actually 20 times, but I'll just put bigger than 20 times to shorten the code, and it will be 21. So if he did 21 misses, then miscount equals 0, and is attacking equals false. So leave him alone. And you know what? We'll also put a check here. So we'll make that public, and we'll just get that, and we'll do the same check we checked over there. So is less than 20. Alright, let's test that out. Hold your fingers, because I don't know if it's gonna work. Right, so whoops, we got an error. Right, let me just pause that. Alright, my bad, I put that is ATK. I forgot to replace that with miscount. I need to look at my screen a bit more. Alright, so that was a scary error. Let's try that one more time. There we go, they're following me. They're shooting me one day. Maybe, perhaps. Ah, no, they left me alone. Alright, so let's get them to shoot at me. Now let's get them to miss. So if I shoot you... Wow, they die easily. Right, here you go. He got me. Right, wait for him to shoot me. There we go. There, you see, he left me alone. Well, anyways, moving on with that, let's open our player GUI script. Okie dokie, and then make another section and call this one radar. And now let's begin. So the first thing we want to do is get all the enemies within a certain distance of the player. Alright, so var enemies, I don't know how you spell that. E first, I don't know. I'll just go with I first. Enemies equals game object dot find game objects with tag, that's a mouthful, enemy. Now what this very long function does, it simply returns an array of all the game objects in the scene, everything in the scene, with the tag enemy. With the tag enemy. Right? And so that's what that does. But we don't want everything in the scene. We want to show just who's like in 100 meters of the player. So yeah, because this is not a cheat sheet, it's a radar. So let's alright, so now we need to loop through each enemy and check whether who's close or not, just like we did for the spawn script. If you remember the master script, yeah, spawn. Anyways, if you didn't do that, then let me introduce a new kind of loop to you, which is the for each loop. Now in JavaScript it's just for. It's spelled, you type it just like a for, but you do different things inside that. In C# you type for each, but it won't highlight it because we're in JavaScript. Alright, so for var e for enemies. Actually, let's type var enemy. Then you must set its type to the same type of this array, because this returns a game object array, so we must set it to a game object in enemies. Yes. Right, now that's that brand new kind of loop. I don't know how many game engines or languages use this loop. I just know it exists in PHP and in C#, this C#, and in this JavaScript. So that's a nice new thing to learn. And so now, if we do enemy dot something, it will do it for each of the enemies in the array. So that's the main idea of the loop. So we take each enemy from here, each object from here, and put it into this. So now let's calculate the distance. So if vector3 dot distance blah blah blah, and make sure you put enemy dot transform first, otherwise it'll give you a null reference exception, and transform dot position. Alright, so we got everybody around us, and now once we know whoever's around us, we want to just draw a box for them, and then later on we will calculate their location, because we can't just take the real world location and type and print it on a 2D screen, because they're two different numbers, the 2D location and the 3D location. So you got to calculate the location according to the distance. So that's what we'll do in the next tutorial. For now, we'll just type GUI.box, and oh, that's a function, I don't know, command, just type here rectangle and empty string sign. Here, you know what, we'll even make a counter so we can print each box underneath its previous. Alright, so var k equals 0. We want to do k plus plus, put that at 10, and the height at 10 times k. So yeah, actually let's make it 20 times k, 20, and make the width 20 by 20. Now you'll see what that gives us. Starts populating our screen with boxes. See, right there. If I can get you, if you see that under the health bar, there's a lot of boxes. And watch this, if I shoot one, a box will disappear. See? So now we got a good count for our enemies from the real world, and in the next tutorial we'll calculate their positions and display it. So that's all for this tutorial, and bye bye.